Hey Digimon figure fans, this is Mega881000 again, and I have another info video for you. I intentionally don't call this video an update anymore because the following next somehow totally passed me by without noticing it, but whatever. Now to the topic and content of this video, which was originally planned differently as well. An explanation for this follows a bit later. The rough info was about pictures, or should be about pictures of a kinda maybe the fourth blend S.H.Figuarts Premium Color Edition Digimon figure by Bandai Imaginations. This first picture was posted at the With the Will forum already on November the 18th, 2021 with this first entry. They wrote that this picture is from the Bandai Imaginations online event, and as you can see, it could be the next blend release for the S.H.Figuarts Premium Color Edition Digimon figure series in the form of this Dukemon figure. However, they didn't wrote could. That were more my own words. In the forum they actually wrote it more directly like, so this time it's the figure from Digimon Tamers and it's S.H.Figuarts Dukemon Premium Color Edition. But guys, what can I say? I actually planned and created this video as a rather short info video about this first official informations which you could find at this time until back then, and when there was no official confirmation and only the little informations that following next, as well as these pictures about this Dukemon figure. But in the meantime everything has changed, and what follows here and all my pre-thoughts about this are now even less up to date than they were already before. Because just a few days after the creation of the actual content of this video, I saw further updates at the With the Will forum about, well, now all the official informations has already been published, with the usual official promotion update by Bandai Imaginations with the pre-order dates, prices and so on. And therefore, and from this most recent point of view now, the next release got already confirmed in the form of this new S.H.Figuarts Dukemon figure. And about all of this I will make an up-to-date info video at next. But I still wanted to upload my original video about these first, now even more outdated facts in a slightly different form now, since I had done the work of creating the content for it and now had the work to rewrite the existing content again due to the current events. Please excuse me for missing the first bit of info, and that is just coming this late now, and so I would really appreciate it even more and give you all credit if you stay tuned and keep watching this video, with which allowing us a bit to taking a little journey back in time to the first informations from the few back then. As I said, the first entry was from November 18th, and the next posted facts sounded pretty officially already and were following. Dukemon is an interesting case, as he's never actually had a Figuarts figure before. He had a D-Arts before. That line was integrated into Figuarts later, and the Chaos Dukemon Figuarts was a repaint of that original D-Arts Dukemon mold. In this case, the announcement said that they have actually designed an entirely new figure model for Dukemon and were in the midst of testing the movement pieces at that time. Exactly 1 month later, on December 18th, 2021, there was the following entry even with this new picture. This time they wrote, We found out about S.H.Figuarts Dukemon Premium Color Edition a month ago, but only had some basic details and a low resolution image. They also wrote on that they seen him earlier on this day, small in the background of Jump Festa photos at this time. And that Tamashi has put up a few photos of their own of the Digimon figure display. And the member who posted this also mentioned that this gave us our first good look at the figure, which was announced as being a new mold. Also, the member mentioned that it looks pretty nice overall, with a good level of detailing and nice colors all around. Also, that there was no placard when the photo was taken. That might give additional details, so we will see when we get more info. Yes, that's what the member wrote that day, and as mentioned, we have all the other official informations, pictures and the official promotion for a few days now, from the most up-to-date point of view. At this point, I actually wanted to describe my own pre-thoughts more detailed, with the recent or the original blend video, which I will also do partly. It was officially claimed that it was a completely new modeled figure of Dukemon, or a completely new mold sculpt. Well, as you know, I have Figuarts Dukemon as well as its Chaos Dukemon Repaint, so I grabbed the normal version from his shelf for more detailed first analysis and compared it here with the supposedly new mold with this better picture. And yes, well, I didn't really believe that at first, especially a completely new mold by Bandai, while an older mold of him already exists. Really, Bandai? And from the first look at the pictures, it didn't look like a completely new mold to me, and the mold corresponded more to the mold of the 2012 Figuarts Dukemon at the first looks, like I said. But when I'm taking a closer look and comparing it with the mold of the Figuarts Dukemon figure, I actually noticed some details that really look completely different in terms of design and modeling by looking on this first better picture. So I thought that they might have remodeled just a few parts to make it more consistent with a maybe completely new, or at least revised, improved joint design system, new articulation, such stuff. That still seemed very unusual to me for Bandai doing so, and that they have done something completely new, because up to now the Premium Color Edition figures have only been mainly repaints with new colors, poseable cloth capes and more option parts for Alphamon. But basically they were still the exact same molds for the main part of the original figure versions. But with the most updated informations and the official promotion page, it is now confirmed that this new S.H.Figuarts Dukemon figure is in fact, and for real, a completely new mold with a better and revised articulation, joint structure, or more joints. And that it's not only a repaint as a premium color edition of the 2012 Figuarts version with just the new fabric cape and other colors. No, people, as incredible as it may sound and seems, after the premium color edition repaints with cloth capes and new option parts, it is actually the very first real new Figuarts Digimon figure in years with a completely new mold or a completely new molded design or figure model of the Dukemon character. But it was kinda unbelievable, but it's so absolutely great. And man, oh, Doesn't looks this figure awesome? What do you think? I think it looks awesome. And I would also like to emphasize here that this new Figuarts Dukemon did not necessarily get the premium color edition's name, but Bandai gave their latest Dukemon Figuarts figure the following sonorous and super matching title, namely S.H.Figuarts Dukemon Rebirth of Holy Knight. However, while with the Will Forum they stick with the premium color edition's designation and mentioned that this Rebirth of Holy Knight designation is an additional subtitle, but on shop pages in contrary I don't see any premium color edition designations for this Dukemon, so yeah, they maybe made a mistake at the forum. But based on the first two pictures, you couldn't see that directly, because also a completely new mold seemed very unusual for Bandai. As I said before, based on this picture I thought, well, maybe the original mold was pretty much perfect already and it only took a bit of remodeling, which would making it less noticeable that this is actually a completely new mold. I also think that it doesn't necessarily have to be something completely new if the original mold was already pretty good and perfect. Because I think the mold of the Figuarts Dukemon was already impressively good in terms of pure optics. His weak points and downsides were rather to less joints, which especially affects the lower part of the body, like the thighs, legs, and in general, which counts for the lower parts of the body, like the ankle joints, which also makes the Figuarts Dukemon rather difficult to pose and balance the right way. And secondly, his weapon and hands wrapping system was a very cumbersome design and above all had a too tight fit, so you literally damaged the left elbow joint when detaching the option parts for his shield and also kinda tearing it apart. And what you could already see in this picture was speaking for itself, and as I said, you could already figure out some details that look like a new mold, or at least remolded. And again, I concluded from those modified noticeable new molded parts that a new one could have a better articulation or improved and more joints, and actually wanted to break it down more detailed, but because we now, knowing everything, that this is a complete new mold, I did shorten the pre-thoughts about this again. But I want to make a little summary about those details, though, on which you could already see the new mold by looking more close on this picture. So this were the elbow joint, which looked differently molded and appeared more closed and sturdy than it is in contrary on the original Figuarts mold, and corresponds now more to the up-to-date Figuarts figures in general. Or what was especially noticeable was the different design of the knee joint and the upper part of the boot shaft. Its gold rim seemed to me to be molded wider, as well as all the other gold rims seemed. As well as the mold of the knee protectors looked different, and those on Figuarts Dukemon than those on Figuarts Dukemon. Also the red armor parts of the feet, which protruding less forward on the new Dukemon and appearing more covered by the lower leg armor than it is in contrary the case with the Figuarts mold. For these details, yeah, on those details you could notice it. And I wanted to say that you could clearly see a new mold for these sections by looking at these details, and this could be a hint for new or more joints and new articulation on the new one. The teeth of the Gilmon crown also looked differently arranged, which hinted kinda a new head sculpt. On the hair I could also see a new mold with 2 ball-packed joints. The Figuarts Dukemon on the other hand only has 1 hinge joint on the upper front section for the entire hair piece. Just wanted to mention that because I wouldn't have been that wrong with that, only that it should be a completely new mold for real was still incomprehensible to me at this point, because you know, that would be very unusual for Bandai and not taken for granted as well. So I wanted to add that the upper part of the new Dukemon's body until down to the poseable hip part of the figure looked to me pretty much the same molded like on the 2012 Figuarts Dukemon figure, and I thought that it may be only for the lower body sections like legs the figure could have gotten a completely new mold. But enough about that, we all know it now better, and that is a completely new mold for this Figuarts Dukemon figure. Yeah! What I also noticed, together with the other new premium color edition figures here in this picture, the new Dukemon kinda seemed more bulky overall and seems about the same size as Omegamon PCE, though the 2012 Figuarts Dukemon is a bit smaller in height compared to this Omegamon. And so I thought that they maybe could have upscaled it. Maybe it's just me and only, yeah, it's deceptive by the different height and how they display the figures, but it kinda looks upscaled to me. But that can also be true because it is a completely new mold. Of course, the most noticeable different things were the poseable cloth cape with integrated wires instead of the plastic cape the Figuarts Dukemon came with, and the different color tones, and that is almost seems to be more white colored this time. Then I wanted to say that I was really excited about, yeah, more official details, but we have already got them now. And in the next video I will go into everything important about the official promotion page, the promotion, and will tell all other informations more detailed about this absolutely great new Figuarts Dukemon figure, which looking very stunning, I promise. This was just meant to be a short pre-thoughts info video about it in an original different blend form, like I said. But anyway, I'm done with this video, so see you again, and until this set, and then more up-to-date video about all of this. Your Mega 88 1000.